All right guys, Tyler down here at Emerald City Guitars with my pick of the day, which today is one of my favorite guitars we've ever had in, a beautiful 1956 Gretsch Duo Jet. Now this model came out in 1953. Gretsch was sort of the last major company to become a player in the solid body electric guitar game. And I know this is a chambered body, but I think pretty much everyone considers it a solid body. Now the early 50s were a pretty exciting time for guitars, specifically for solid body electric guitars. Of course, in 1948, Paul Bigsby made his very famous first modern solid body electric guitar from Merle Travis. He was a huge superstar of the day. It was insanely popular, and that guitar sort of served as a blueprint and definitely an inspiration, at least, for the Broadcaster that would come out 2 years ago, of course from Fender, and then Gibson's Les Paul in another 2 years in 1952. Now, in 1953, when this came out, it was made pretty apparent that the solid body electric guitar was not a fad. They were extremely popular, and the idea was there to stay, so Gretsch thought they should get in on the action too, and designed this guitar that you see here. Obviously, right off the bat, it bears a striking resemblance to the Les Paul model. The body shapes are very similar. There are a few main differences. One, this Gretsch scale length is just a little bit longer than the Gibson one, and the big one is that these Duo Jet bodies are actually chambered, which is an awesome feature on these, something that Gibson probably should have considered doing on the Les Paul. So as you can see, this guitar has these de-Armand Dynasonic single coil pickups. Now, all these models would have these de-Armands prior to summer of 1957 when the Gretsch Filtertron humbucker was released, I believe at the Summer NAMM show actually in Chicago that year. But all the models prior to that, you'd see these Dynasonics in there. They're awesome single coil pickups. Sound really, really great. So altogether, just an amazingly original guitar. It has the original black nitro finish on here. This one looks amazing. It's an awesome shape. Original Melita bridge that everybody loves. This Bigsby actually is aftermarket. Originally would have come with a trapeze, sort of that G tailpiece, but this is a really early 60s Bigsby, so it's very likely it's been on the guitar for a long time. Everything else is just totally original. The tuners, frets, nut, of course all the electronics. Just everything is 100% there apart from the Bigsby, of course, like I mentioned. So up here, of course, we have a beautiful Brazilian rosewood fretboard that everyone knows and loves. Nice big fat neck and a super, super light body. Now I found that that combination almost always makes for an awesome electric guitar. It's true in Tellys and Strats. So that's true in pretty much every model I can think of, and this guitar is no exception to that. So today we have a really, really cool amp to plug into. This is a Watkins Dominator amp. Whoever named it, I don't think ever saw it because it's about the least intimidating amp that I've ever seen. This is the early Mark I model. It's kind of the one that everybody wants. It's a little bit different than the later ones. As you can see, really cool V-front cab. You don't really know which eye's looking at you. 210 speaker configuration. We have the original ELAC speakers. Yeah, it's just a super, super original amp. Even down to the tubes. It has the original Mullard tubes, or Mullard if you're French. But EL84 powered, right around 15 watts, just a really cool little combo amp. One thing that's a little bit different on this amp, coming from the Far East as it does, I speak of England of course, it runs on 220 volts. Of course, in North America, we run on 110 volts, beginner voltage. But yeah, we have all the equipment and we're gonna run it today and it's gonna sound great. So let's do it. All right, guys, so there you have it. Beautiful 56 Gretsch. Come on down, try it out, get dominated by the Watkins. We'll see you next time.